What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Mark here with the Reaper Airsoft as always. Today we've got a little unboxing. Found one of these Sai Gry rails from, looks like it's manufactured by X Power Airsoft High Tech. I'm not really sure on the company, but I've already installed one of these on my M27 mod, but I figured I'd do an unboxing for these so you guys can see them and get an idea of what these look like. These are retailing for about $150, it looks like, when I grab them. And here is the rail system itself, so we're going to set that down for a brief moment. In the bag you also get some shims for your barrel nut. Let me see, tape measure wise, let's get an overall length of this thing. This is just over 17 inches if I do it from the back part of the rail to the front part of the rail. If I do the jailbreak front end, puts it at about 17 and a quarter. Now overall, I put these rail systems on mine. I like it. I'm pretty impressed by it. No complaints from me. There are a couple features that I do like a lot. The jailbreak system up front is a quick detach. So let me see if I can get it to pop open on this one. Let me do, where's it at? So this one we haven't messed with at all, so maybe a little tighter than normal. Let me see if I can pop this tube up. Maybe a little bit too tight, so let me take it back just a notch. There we go. So they had it tightened down and locked into position. So this is an Allen key that you can set and lock into position permanently if you're not going to remove it. But the idea is you slide this forward. You can rotate it counterclockwise. And the jailbreak muzzle system actually comes off of the main rail system. Now there are a couple set screws that actually hold the inner muzzle brake section in. Let me pull out that. Let me see if I can find the set screw key. Here we go. So there on the front end, I think there's 3 on the front. It's not the right Allen key. I think this is the one we want. So I think there's 3 on the front. So there's 1, 2, 3 that you have to loosen up on the front. And then this should release if I go far enough. So we'll just take them all the way out. If I remember correctly, there's little notches that actually hold it in place. Yeah, see, there's a little notch that actually holds that in place. So there's 3 set screws that hold the front. 1, 2, 3. So you can tighten them down and hold this in place. And let me do the back side so you can see the back side as well. And the back side has 3 as well. So we got 1, 2, and the back sides are a little bit longer because of the key mod section where it goes through. So if you take them all out and you get confused, you'll know which ones are which. So here's the backside section. Like I said, these are threaded, and this is what makes up your jailbreak section, front and back. And you can see the way the front muzzle brake is supposed to be. Now these are nice because your actual bird cage, your standard bird cage flash hider for the ARs, fit straight in there, and it keeps everything snug as well. That way there's less barrel wobble too. And then that's how the jailbreak system itself attaches. There's a little notch in front to lock it into place. When you have everything tightened down and locked into place, they are pretty sturdy. No wobbles, nothing major there. So let me slide those out of the way. And then one of the other features that it has is in the rear end, there's a pin for a quick takedown. So if you pull the pin out, slide the arm up, your barrel nut actually comes out, and you can actually remove the rail system right from the gun itself, in case you needed to do anything. I mean, airsoft wise, not a huge difference maker to be able to break this down and pull it apart, but it is a nice feature to have. There's a little groove in the bottom of the rear nut that actually holds the end of the pinion, so when it's not this side that comes down, there's actually a cam inside that when it's locked into place, the cam actually holds in the front. So this would be the front position and the rear position to help tighten it down. So far they've been pretty snug. No complaints from me there. They're extremely lightweight. I'm going to say this has to be a CNC'd aluminum. It's extremely lightweight. I thought this rail system was going to be a little overkill weight-wise when we ordered them, but they are a lot lighter than I thought they would be. So, throw the barrel nut back in, pushes into place, and you can see when you push it down, it actually locks in, and it's not going to just kind of fall off. It's not going to bounce loose or anything like that. It locks into place extremely well. There are 4 quick detach sling mount systems on it. So you got 1, 2, 3, 4 for the front. So if you're running a 2-point setup, you have options on how you want to do it. So this is how we would put everything back in. I like the jailbreak system myself personally. I think it's a nice touch with this system. No complaints from me on the design or the aesthetics. Like I said, it's light, it's lightweight, it's compact. It does exactly what I need it to do for, you know, an aftermarket rail system. And I actually have one here. Let me get this one off. I'll put one set screw in this. We'll set this aside and we'll get you guys an idea what it looks like installed onto one of the AEGs now. So I got that in, so I'm going to set the rail system aside. So this is one of my HCAM 27s. VFC upper. This was, I think this was from a 4CRS, because with the normal HK uppers they sit a little bit higher, so you would have a step down into the rail system. So this is a VFC 4CRS typical upper on an HK lower with the HK stock. Full platform. It's honestly, it's light, it's balanced. It doesn't take a lot of muscle strength to keep everything balanced with as long as the front end is. It actually balances it out extremely well, and so far I love it. There's not really any play or wobble or anything to that, front or back. And then even with the front sight on there, if I wanted to, I can take and loosen it and unscrew it. So let me see, I'll actually remove mine and you guys can see the way the inner barrel sits. So let me just do it real quick, get it all taken out, unloosened far enough at least. So I still have enough clearance that when I turn it, it doesn't hit the rail system at all, so I don't have to remove the front sight or anything to remove it. And then, like I said, it fits a birdcage flash hider perfectly. And then even without the front end, if I didn't want to run it with the front end, there's still no wobble, no play, it doesn't bounce, it's still sturdy, so I can run it without the front end and still do what I need to do. Like I said, I personally like the look of it up front. Installation's just a reverse process. The only thing that's a pain in the butt is holding that little release tab up top. You could probably pull it back, tighten it down, then release it when you want it to get to where you're going. As you guys can see how far that actually sets into the section of the receiver when it locks in. So it's not like you got this little bit of piece of metal holding it into place. You actually get a full contact. That way when it locks in, it's sturdy, there's no wobble, and everything else is there. 10 out of 10 for aesthetics. I think they look awesome. I think they're cool. 5 out of 10 for price. They're expensive. They're definitely not cheap. Makes me cry a little bit when you think about the pricing and just the rail system alone. You can get a basic entry-level airsoft gun for the price of the rail system. But when it comes to overall package, quality, and everything else, minus the price, if you don't include the price out of the on this thing, I'd give it a 9 out of 10, no issue. The only downfall that I dislike is the M-lock setup. I'm not a huge fan of the M-lock. I like the key mod pattern, but I think the M-lock plays to the design of this better than the key mod would all day. So I like it, no regrets there. I actually did a secondary build on a 4CRS platform for this that we're going to throw up for sale here too. But these are pretty awesome. I do like them. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know if you like the Sai Gry rail systems. If this video, gave you an idea if you wanted to get one of these or not. Give me a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give me a thumbs down. But I appreciate you guys watching, and have a great day.